その俺たちはもう他と違うボンジョビだってなったんですよ。
You had to have that bravado, like I said. You know, you had to believe. I remember having a conversation with a guy before my first record came out, and he really hit it on the head. He said, the minute you put out that album can't be my first album. It has to be the best album. And then subsequently, every album you ever put on after that had to be your best album. Because that record was going to be on the shelf next to the Rolling Stones and the Beatles and whomever. And it was going to be there every single time you put one out. And then the kid that goes with his hard-earned money has to make a choice between that Rolling Stones or the Beatles or some new thing called Bon Jovi or the latest thing by Bon Jovi. You have to make the best record you can. There's no excuse for my new record or my first record. Now, granted, your first one wasn't as good as your third, and your third one was, you know, maybe not as good as your 10th. But in truth, everyone had to be your best, at least at that time.
ジョンはソングライターとして最初の2枚のアルバムの自分のソングライティングを今どう思ってますか?
Well, I think there was a spark of something in Runaway because it wasn't just Moon, June, and Spoon. It did have a 21-year-old's perspective, but nonetheless a social consciousness in that I was aware that there was a girl on the street that I was walking right by when I was, you know, going to work in the recording studio. So I knew the difference between have and have not. You know, that dreams coming true and dreams not. You know, I was living in a real world enough to witness. So it wasn't just, you know, sex, drugs, rock and roll. There was going to be more to it. I think that with the second record, you have 3 months to write what took you 3 years to write on the first one. So the second one, I never thought it was this good. You know, we just didn't write enough songs. But we got it right for the third record. Of course, since Slippery When Wet was Slippery When Wet. And that changed what was happening on the radio and mainstream rock bands and worldwide exposure on a whole nother level. So I wouldn't want to rewrite You Give Love a Bad Name now because it was trite, but it's cute. You know, I get it. It has its place. It'll work a charm in that room tonight. But Amen, which you heard me doing at Soundcheck, is a completely different song. Not a better song, not a worse song, just a completely different song. That's the one I would write today, you know? So, anybody want what's left of me? Those are the lyrics I would write today.